the darkness clear and bright, for the jovial smith is working at the billet forge tonight. Look up how the sparks are flying, the iron is all aglow. Clang, clang, the anvil rings, bang, bang, the hammer swings, with steady beat and slow, with steady beat and slow.
We have another guest. There wasn't anyone else I invited. Yeah, let's go see. And
Dun, dun, dun.
What? I have been inactive for nearly 2 whole years. Why have you put me through this unacceptable indignity?
it takes time to arrange the exhumation of a corpse, even one as long buried as yours.
You could have just gone and taken it.
Can't do that anymore. We would be noticed. This way, the mundanes and others remain unaware. Their lust for paperwork sated. That's how we've survived, by not doing too many things to draw attention to ourselves.
I assume then that you have exhumed the body and had it examined.
Yes,
And
everything corroborates. The DNA, the RNA, the subtle wounds to the cranium that indicate highly advanced surgical techniques. Your story checks out, great-grandfather. So, what now then? Now that there are 2 of us. You declared yourself Baron Emeritus in 1942. As far as I'm concerned, that remains in effect.
I am satisfied with that title. For now. What of Septimus?
Ah yes, the hybrid Bayaki. He does well. I've hired him as the new deck engineer on the Blue Heron. Not that we actually have that much in the way of a crew beyond that, but still.
Good. Now to the business at hand. What have you done to my barony?
Done to it?
It seems to have barely survived.
Barely survived? Considering what we have gone through since the Migos shut you from your mortal coil, we've done more than survive. We've endured. Our banners still fly overhead. We still hold well to our protectorates. I'd say we're doing all right at the moment.
What of our allies in the Common Cooperative? I am sure they have fared better. If it weren't for the Treaty of Unfield, they would have run roughshod over us by now.
Our allies are all but dead.
What?
It ceased being a major organization a quarter-century ago, and all those once under its jurisdiction have failed far, far worse than us. Most have simply ceased to be. The Quabbin Cooperative now consists of us and the Western Wood, and that's it.
Great Maker! The Western Consortium must now control it.
Nothing. They were in no position to do anything when the Cooperative took a turn for the worse. And they soon dissolved.
Then the Boston Johannesburg interests must control just about everything.
Somewhat, yes. But even their priorities have shifted quite a bit. Essentially, we all out here, we just don't matter to them anymore. There are a few of us clinging to existence, but we've fared the best out of all of them. We're still here, we've maintained our identity, we are secure in our holdings, and are largely left to our own affairs. There is benefit to being thought irrelevant, as long as we keep our heads down and move patiently and quietly. We can go about our business undisturbed.
I see. Hence the lengthy autopsy paperwork procedures. Prudent, still. I expect more ambition from my descendants. You seem to be too content with the status quo.
I accept the reality of the situation for what it is. I accept that positive change will take time. Besides, we do have a few new allies. We lease our airspace to the Rigor Mercantile Corporation. They were looking for a prime location to build an airship hub, and I jumped at the chance. Not only has our relationship been cordial, but it has been most advantageous. Under the deal, we have access to nearly boundless supplies of Ethereum.
Well, it has stopped anyway. And yet, our family shrinks. And you have done nothing on that front, I see.
My personal affairs are not the concern of a Baron Emeritus. Besides, with our allies in shambles, just where do you think I would find a fitting mate? I don't exactly have a website for individuals like myself, you know. I've looked. And I do get out occasionally when my duties permit such activities.
Fine then. Well, I'd like to upgrade this mechanical armature. It was sufficient for my escape from Round Mountain. But I'd like more mobility and dexterity.
You're welcome to use the workshop and any tools and materials you find therein.
Good. I would very much like to make these Migo thugs quake with terror for the hell I shall unleash upon them. I have just one last question for the time being. Where is the White